Guys, now let us move with the miscellaneous exercise, how the solutions regarding the miscellaneous exercise. The first question is, they have given the matrix A and they asked you to show that ai plus ba whole power n is equal to a power n I plus n a to the power n minus 1 ba, where I is the identity matrix of order 2. We need to show this one. So how we are going to prove? We are proving this one by mathematical induction. In that mathematical induction, first we are going to check for p of 1. Here p of 1 means substituting n is equal to 1. What does this equation becomes? Ai plus ba power 1. It is our LHS, which is nothing but ai plus ba. What about our RHS? A power 1 I plus 1 a to the power 1 minus 1 ba. So ai plus a to the power 1 minus 1, it is 0. A to the power 0 means 1, so it is nothing but ba. So it is clear that by looking here, LHS is equal to RHS. Therefore p of 1 is true. Next is, we are assuming that the result is true for n is equal to k. What does that n is equal to k implies? ai plus ba to the whole power k is equal to a power ki plus k a to the power k minus 1 ba. This is our induction assumption. So now we need to prove that. The result is true for n is equal to k plus 1. So what we need to prove that here, that is ai plus ba to the power k plus 1 is equal to a to the power k plus 1 I plus k plus 1 a to the power k plus 1 minus 1 becomes k ba. So we need to prove this one. So remember this one. Now to prove this one, now let us consider our LHS. So what does that LHS is saying? ai plus ba to the power k plus 1. I can write this LHS as ai plus ba to the power k into ai plus ba. So by our induction assumption, from 1 I can write ai to the plus ba to the power k as aki plus ka to the power k minus 1 ba. This one implies this one, and remaining as it is ai plus ba. Now multiplying each and every term. So this one is multiplied to both the term. A to the power k into this becomes a to the power k plus 1. I square is nothing but I itself, plus now this one is multiplied to this term. So a to the power k I b a. Now this one is multiplied to this term. That time it becomes k a to the power k minus 1. This one to the power 1. 1 minus 1 get cancelled. K a to the power k b a I, this itself, plus now this one is multiplied to this one. Here this becomes k a to the power k minus 1 b square a square. So this is our thing. So here clearly the RHS part of this one, first part is already we got a to the power k plus 1 I, and now consider these two. Clearly here I can take a to the power k ba as common outside. That time the remaining is, here it is 1 plus k, that is k plus 1 is got, and the rest part is a to the power k b square a square. I got this one, k minus 1 b square a square. So now you compare the RHS part of what we need to prove. This one we have already got k plus 1 a to the power k ba. This one also we have got. Now we have got something extra. So that now let us find what is that a square. Now we need to compute this one. So a square is nothing but we have our a here, that itself. So 0 1 0 0 into 0 1 0 0. So by multiplying this we are going to get 0 matrix. So when we multiply anything with the 0 matrix, we are going to get this part as equal to 0 itself. So this becomes a to the power k plus 1 I plus k plus 1 a to the power k BA, which is our RHS. Hence the result is proved by mathematical induction. So this is our second question of miscellaneous exercise. The matrix A is nothing but full of 1 1 1, and we need to prove that a power n is equal to 3 power n minus 1, which is distributed to all the elements. So here again we are proving this one again by the mathematical induction. First thing we need to prove when the result is true for n is equal to 1. What happens this one? A power 1, it is nothing but a. So 3 power 1 minus 1, 3 power 1 minus 1, 3 power 1 minus 1. So 3 power 1 minus 1 is nothing but 3 power 0. 3 power 0 is nothing but 1. So this one is distributed to each and every term. So we got a power 1 is equal to this one, which is nothing but this matrix. So the result is true for n is equal to 1. Now we should make the induction assumption for n is equal to k. That time this becomes a to the power k is equal to 3 to the power k minus 1, 3 to the power k minus 1, 3 to the power k minus 1. So this is our induction assumption. I'll put this one as a star. Now we need to prove that the result is true for n is equal to k plus 1. So what does that becomes? That is, we need to prove that a to the power k plus 1 is equal to 3 to the power k plus 1 minus 1 becomes 3 power k. So that is nothing but 3 power k, 3 power k, 3 power k. It is distributed to each and every terms. So this is what we need to prove. Now let us consider our LHS. What is that? A to the power k plus 1. I can write it as a to the power k into a. So a to the power k is nothing but by star I can write it as 3 power k minus 1. So this is our a to the power k matrix, and this is our matrix A. Now we need to do the matrix multiplication. First row is multiplied with the first column. That becomes 3 to the power k minus 1 plus 3 to the power k minus 1 plus 3 to the power k minus 1. Okay, now I'll solve first only this one, because if you multiply anything, whole term will be in this form itself. So I'll solving only this form. So from this one, if I take 3 to the power k minus 1 as common outside, what is the remaining? 1 plus 1 plus 1. That is nothing but 3 power k minus 1 into 3. So this is nothing but 3 to the power k minus 1 plus 1, which is equal to 3 power k. So if I multiply this one to any of the row, whole matrix, we are going to get 3 power k, 3 power k, 3 power k itself. So we got, while multiplying 3 power k minus 1, it is 3 power k, which is equal to our RHS. See here, this is what RHS. So hence the result is true by, for n is equal to k plus 1 it is true. So the result is proved by mathematical induction. So this is our third question. They have given the matrix A and they are asked to prove this one again by mathematical induction. So when n is equal to 1, 8 power 1, it is nothing but 1 plus 2 into 1, it is nothing but 3 itself, into minus 4 into 1 is minus 4, it is 1. 1 minus 2 into 1, 1 minus 2, it is nothing but minus 1. Sorry, this is minus 1. So the result is the result is true for n is equal to 1. Now let us assume that the result is true for n is equal to k. So when the result is true for n is equal to k, what does that becomes? A to the power k is equal to 1 plus 2k minus 4k k 1 minus 2k. So this is our induction assumption. I'll call this one as star. Now we need to prove that the result is true for a to the power k plus 1. That is nothing but 1 plus 2k plus 2, it becomes 2k. That is 1 plus 2k plus 1, it becomes 1 plus 2k plus 2. So this becomes 2k plus 3. 2k plus 3. You need to substitute where and all there is k, you need to put k plus 1. This becomes minus 4k minus 4. This becomes k plus 1. Here again, see 1 minus 2 k plus 1. It is nothing but 1 minus 2k minus 2. So this becomes minus 2k minus 1. So we need to prove this one. So let us consider our LHS. So LHS is nothing but a to the power k plus 1. It can be written as a power k into a. A power k is nothing but our star 1 plus 2k minus 4k, k, 1 minus 2k. So what is our A matrix? It is nothing but 3, 4, 1 minus 1. So multiply this matrix, you will get the matrix as this one. So you can do it by yourself by multiplying. If you get the matrix this one, which is nothing but our RHS, hence the result is proved by mathematical induction here also. The fourth question is, here they have given matrix A and B are the symmetric matrix. We need to prove this matrix AB minus BA has a skew symmetric matrix. I hope this was the one of the question in your multiple choice question in your previous exercise thing. So what is the given? A and B are symmetric matrix. So what does the symmetric matrix definition say? Then A is equal to A prime, B is equal to B dash. This is what the symmetric matrix is going to say. So but we need to prove that AB minus BA is equal to skew symmetric matrix. So what is the definition is going to say regarding skew symmetric matrix? AB minus BA is equal to, transpose of this one is equal to minus AB minus BA. This is what we need to prove. Okay, so now let us consider the LHS, that is AB minus BA transpose. So we know that AB minus BA transpose is nothing but AB transpose minus BA transpose. By the property of a transpose of a matrix, we know that AB whole transpose is equal to B transpose into A transpose minus A transpose into B transpose. By the given, I can write B transpose as B, A transpose as A, B. By taking minus common outside, this becomes AB minus BA. So this is what we need to prove, and I have got this is nothing but which is equal to our RHS, hence the result is proved here. So this is our next question. Show that the matrix B transpose AB is a symmetric or skew symmetric matrix according as A is a symmetric or skew symmetric matrix. So what they are saying this question is, we need to show that B transpose AB, this one has symmetric. We need to show B transpose AB has a symmetric matrix. We need to show this one as symmetric matrix. When we need to show that when A is the symmetric matrix. Similarly, B transpose AB has a skew symmetric matrix when A is the skew symmetric matrix. So that is what they are saying. The matrix B transpose AB is symmetric or skew symmetric matrix according A is symmetric or skew symmetric matrix. So we need to show this one, and this is the condition. We need to show this one, and this one is the condition. So first one, let us call this one as first one and this one as second one. So if we need to show that B transpose AB has symmetric matrix. So by the definition, if we need to show this one as symmetric matrix, means that is nothing but B transpose AB whole transpose is equal to B transpose AB. This is what the definition says, right? When it is symmetric, A transpose is equal to A. So that is what I have taken here. Okay, but when they are saying B transpose AB is a symmetric matrix, the condition is A is symmetric. What does that A is symmetric implies? A transpose is equal to A. Now we need to show this one. Now let us consider LHS B transpose AB whole transpose. By according to the definition, the matrix this transpose, it becomes purely it goes in the backward direction. Suppose if it was AB whole transpose, means it becomes B transpose A transpose. So here there are three elements, so this transpose is distributed to each element from the backward, that is B transpose A transpose B transpose whole transpose. So this becomes B transpose A transpose. B transpose whole transpose is equal to B itself. But what is the condition here? They said that when A is symmetric. When A is symmetric, it means, what does that implies? A is equal to A transpose. So that is nothing but B transpose A B. So this is what we need to show, right? So we got what? B transpose A B whole transpose is equal to B transpose A B. This implies that B transpose A B is a symmetric matrix. Second one, we need to show that B transpose AB has a skew symmetric matrix. What does the definition of skew symmetric matrix says? B transpose AB whole transpose is equal to minus B transpose AB. This is what the definition of skew symmetric matrix says, right? Okay, now let us consider, we need to show this one. Now let us consider the LHS, that is nothing but B transpose AB whole transpose. So it can be written as B transpose A transpose B transpose whole transpose. That can be is nothing but B transpose A transpose B. But what was the condition? They said B transpose AB is a skew symmetric matrix when A is the skew symmetric matrix. What does A is the skew symmetric matrix implies? A is a skew symmetric matrix implies A transpose is equal to minus A. So here A transpose becomes what? B transpose minus A B, which is nothing but minus B transpose AB. So what is our LHS? B transpose AB whole dash is equal to minus B transpose AB. This implies that B transpose AB is the skew symmetric matrix. So we have proved both the things regarding upon the given condition. This is what the fifth question says. So this is our next question. They have given the matrix A and they asked us to find what is the value of x, y and z, which you can see as the elements in the matrix A. And they have given one condition that this matrix satisfies that A transpose A is equal to I. They said that this satisfies this equation. So now before dealing with it, first let us find what is A transpose. A transpose, it is nothing but we are interchanging the rows and columns. Our first row becomes first column, so that is 0, 2y, z. And our next becomes, that is xy minus z becomes xy minus z. X minus yz becomes x minus yz, our third column. Now you have A as well as A transpose. So now let us find the value, or let us multiply A transpose with the A, that is 0, 2y, z, x, y minus z, x minus y, z. So this is our A transpose, this is our matrix A, and this is the identity matrix. So they have said that A transpose A is equal to I. This satisfies this condition. So I have written. Now let us do the matrix multiplication to the LHS part. So that is nothing but 0 x square plus x square. And what about next one? Next element 0 into 2y 0. Next is, that is xy minus xy. Next with the third column 0 minus xz plus xz. And here multiplying second row with the each of the column of the second matrix, it becomes 2y into 0 0 xy minus xy. And the next is 2y, it becomes 2 square 4y square plus y square minus y square. And the next is this second row with the third column, it becomes 2yz minus yz plus yz. What about this one? Z into 0 0 minus xz plus xz. And again here 2yz minus yz minus yz. The next becomes z square plus z square plus z square, which is equal to 1 0 0 0 1 0 0 0 1. You can see clearly this get cancels. This get cancels. 2yz minus yz minus yz. I think this one is also minus yz minus, yes, this is also minus yz. Okay, this get cancels, this cancels, plus even here also cancels. So here it is remaining is 2x square 0 0 0 y square get cancels, only is 4y square 0 0 0 3z square, which is equal to 1 0 0 0 1 0 0 0 1. So substituting all that thing, since because of the equality of a matrix, corresponding elements are equal. So 2x square is equal to 1 implies x is equal to plus or minus 1 by root 2, and 4y square is equal to 1 implies y square is equal to 1 by. So here you can see I have done one of the mistake, that is 2 2s are 4y square minus into minus plus, so totally it becomes 6y square. So here it is nothing but 6y square is equal to 1 by 6, therefore y is equal to plus or minus 1 by root 6, and again here 3z square is equal to 1 implies z square is equal to 1 by 3, therefore z is equal to plus or minus 1 by root 3. So thus we got the value of x, y as well as z. So this is regarding the problem number sixth one. So this is the seventh question. So they have given the matrix and they have asked us to find what is the value of this x. So in the RHS they have given this as 0, whether we need to identify whether it is a 0 matrix or it is a O. So O, it is nothing but a 0 matrix, which implies that each and every element is equal to 0. So you should understand it properly, because in the LHS, since it is full of matrix, RHS must be also equal to what? Matrix itself, because it cannot be equal to 0. A matrix, that one is equal to 0. No, it is not possible. We say the matrix have equal when there is another matrix itself. So since they have expressed their equality, so we must keep one thing in mind, that since in the LHS there is a matrix, means RHS also should exist with the matrix. So this is nothing but a 0 matrix. So you should put this thing in your head properly. Okay, so now let us go with the matrix multiplication. So let us multiply first these two matrices. So what is the order of this one? 1 cross 3, and this one is 3 cross 3. So by multiplying 3 3 is equal, we are going to get a matrix of order 1 cross 3. So you can see here 1 1s are 1, 2 2s are 4, 1 1s are 1. So first row is multiplied with the first column, so we are going to get 1 4 1 4 5 6 we are going to get here. What about the next? We are multiplying 2, rest 2 is equal to 0. Then next 0 2 2 2 plus 2, it is 4. So 6 2 4 it is a matrix, and again 2 0 2 x. Now if we multiply, this is of order 1 cross 3 and this is of order 3 cross 1 3 3. So by multiplying we are going to get a matrix of 1 cross 1, that is only one row one column. 6 zeros are 0, 2 2s are 4 plus 4x. So that one is equal to 0 matrix, means here it is of order 1. So this becomes 4 plus 4x is equal to 0. Therefore 4x is equal to minus 4. So x is equal to minus 1. So we got the value of x. So this is our next question. They have given the matrix A and asked us to show a square minus 5a plus 7i is equal to 0. So a square is nothing but 3 1 minus 1 2 into 3 1 minus 1 2 minus 5. A is nothing but 3 1 minus 1 2 plus 7. I is nothing but 1 0 0 1. So the matrix multiplication of this two, this becomes, it is 3 3s are 9, 1 minus 1, 9 minus 1 becomes 8, and again 3 2, it is 5, minus 3 minus 2 minus 5 minus 1 4, it becomes 3, 2 2s are 4 minus 1, yes it is 3. So now I multiply 5 to this one, 5 3s are 15, 5 minus 5 10 plus 7 0 0 1, and I will first go with this one, 8, adding these two, 8 plus 7, 5 plus 0, minus 5 plus 0, 3 plus 1, here it is 7, so 3 plus not 1, 3 plus 7, minus 15, 5, minus 5 and 10. So 8 plus 7, it is 15, 5, minus 5, 10, minus 15, 5, minus 5, 10. So if we compute this one, we are going to get 15 minus 15, 5 minus 5, minus 5 plus 5, 10 minus 10, which is equal to 0 0 0 0, so which is equal to 0, that is equal to RHS, because we considered or we started with a square minus 5a plus 7i, which you can see here, that one is equal to 0 RHS, hence the result is proved here. Ninth question, again here they have asked us to find the value of x. The question is x minus 5 minus 1 1 0 2 0 2 1 2 0 3 into x 4 1, which is equal to 0, which is similar to this problem what I have solved, or this one, this problem. You can do it by yourself, the ninth problem. So this is our 10th question. So here they are saying the manufacturer produces the three products x, y, z. So if I call this one as x, this one as y, and this one as z, and that manufacturer produces these three products and he sells to the two market 1 and market 2. So the manufacturer is distributing that one to both the markets. With the annual sale they have indicated with this chart, you can see here properly. Now you can see here that if unit sale price of x, y and z are 2 rupees 50 paisa, 1 rupee 50 paisa and 1 rupee respectively. So unit sale price, that is if we call this one as x, y and z, the selling price of this one for unit prices, this one is 2 rupee 50 paisa, and for y it is 1 rupee 50 paisa, and for this one is 1 rupees, means they have asked you to find the total revenue of each market. So what is the total revenue of each market? You must get what is the revenue of market 1, what is the revenue of market 2 separately. So you must get in that form, means what is the total amount of the market 1, what is the total revenue of the market 2. You have to get in that manner, and you have to solve this one with the help of matrix algebra. So this is the first question. Second question I will explain it to you later. So first thing, I have written the given thing in this manner. So you know that I call this one as x, y, z. The sale price of this one is 2 rupee 50 paisa, and y it is 2 rupees, and z it is 1 rupees, right? No, it is 1 rupee 50 paisa, not 1 rupee, 1 rupee 50 paisa, and this one is 1 rupees respectively. You can see here the sale price. So one thing, this is market 1, market 2. I am representing this one in the matrix in this manner: 10,000, 2,000, 18,000, 6,000, 20,000, 8,000. Suppose if they didn't said with the help of matrix multiplication, with your common sense knowledge, what you used to do? You used to multiply this 10,000 with 2,000, 2 rupees 50 paisa, and multiply each 10,000 with this one, and 2,000 with this price, and 18,000 with this price, and you will add this one. So you will get the total revenue of market A. Similarly, you used to do this one for the second one. After multiplying, you will add this one, and you used to get the total revenue of market B. So now we have to use the same idea for the matrix also. So I have written this one in this matrix. So what is the order of this matrix? 2 cross 3. Now we need to select or put this sale price in such a matrix that there is a possibility of matrix multiplication. So possibility of matrix multiplication, what is that condition? The number of column of this matrix must be equal to the number of rows of first matrix, that is it should be in the form of 3 cross. So I don't know what will be here it comes. Since it is only xy product, 3 cross means we should have 3 rows. So I am taking the x value, it is as 2 rupee 50 paisa, 1 rupee 50 paisa and 1 rupee. So I got this matrix in the form of 3 cross 1. So after multiplying, I am going to get it in the form of 2 cross 1 matrix, that is here is 1 and here it is 1. So it is in the form of 2 rows 1 column 2 cross 1 matrix. That is nothing but the first one will say that the total revenue of market 1, second row it will say that the total revenue of the market 2. So compute the matrix multiplication, you will get the answer. After computing the matrix, you will have the matrix with the, here you will be having one commodity, here you will be having one commodity. This is nothing but the total revenue of market 1, and this becomes the total revenue of market 2, because here this was the market 1 and this was the market 2. So it will go in this manner. And this is the second question. What the second question is saying, if the unit cost of the above three commodity is, here it was the selling price, that is 2 rupee 50 paisa, 1 rupee 50 paisa and 1 rupee, it was the selling price of the product XYZ. But the cost price means the price in which they bought it was of 2 rupee, 1 rupee and 50 paisa. So they are asking what is the gross profit. They are not asking the profit of each in particular of market 1 or market 2. They are asking the gross profit of both the thing. So in that case, here also if you get the profit in the 2 market profit, you will get. After that you need to add that one. That is nothing but I will show you. So the cost price of X, it is nothing but 2 rupees. It is nothing but 2. And cost price of Y, it is 1. And cost price of Z, it is 50 paisa means. Now they are asking what is the gross profit. So again we are having the products XYZ. What is the, how many products they have been sold or given to the market 1 and market 2. This is our total products which they have given to market 1 and market 2. Now let us see how much amount is their profit from. This is the selling price, this is the cost price of product X. Selling price is 2 rupee 50 paisa, cost price is 2 rupees. So what is the profit of X? What is the profit of X? It is 50 paisa. It is 50 paisa. What about the Y? Selling price is 1 rupee 50 paisa, cost price is 1 rupees. What is the profit? It is also 50 paisa. Again Z, selling rupees is 1 rupees, cost rupees is 50 paisa. So again what is the profit of Z? It is also again 50 paisa. So now I need to represent it in the matrix multiplication form. This is also 50 paisa X, Y is also 50 paisa, Z is also 50 paisa. Multiply this. This is of order 2 cross 3. This is of order 3 cross 1. By multiplying we will get a matrix of 2 cross 1. We are having the two things. This is the profit of market 1 and this is the profit of market 2. But they have asked what? They have asked us the gross profit. Remember, they have asked the gross profit. That is the total profit of these two. Suppose if you got here something, profit of market 1 has X and profit of market 2 has Y. Gross profit is nothing but X plus Y and get the value. This is nothing but the gross profit of these two markets. This is regarding the outline of how to solve the 10th problem. So this is the next question. They have asked us to find the matrix X and they have given this relation, X into some matrix is equal to this matrix. So what is the order of this matrix? 2 cross 3. What about the order of this matrix? 2 cross 3. So now what should be the order of this matrix? Think properly. One thing, to compute matrix multiplication, the number of columns of this matrix and number of row of this matrix must be what? Same. So obviously the order of number of columns of matrix X, it is equal to 3. And we have from the knowledge that after multiplying the matrix which we obtained here, it is of the order number of rows of first matrix is equal to number of columns of second matrix. So what is here? 2 cross 3. So this 2 will become what? The number of rows of first matrix. That is the X is of order 2 cross 2. Clearly X, we don't know the order. I call it as A cross B and I call this one as matrix B and this one as matrix C. And what is the order of B? It is 2 cross 3 and C, it is of order 2 cross 3. Now clearly look here, to undergo matrix multiplication, what is the first condition? The number of columns of this one must be equal to this one. So obviously what will be the value of B? It will become 2. So after multiplication XB, we are going to get matrix C. It is of order 2 cross 3. We have no here. But what we know from the matrix multiplication, after multiplying, if these two are equal means, then the product of the matrix, it is of the order number of rows of first matrix into, cross number of columns of the second matrix. So this will directly become number of rows of the first matrix. So the value of A also becomes what? 2. This is how this one we are going to get. So we have got X is of order 2, and I will call that matrix X with the element A, B, C and D. Now multiply that one with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Compute the matrix multiplication, which you know. After computing the matrix multiplication, you will get some matrix of order 2 cross 3. That one is equal to 7 minus 8 minus 9, 2, 4, 6. Compute the corresponding elements and get the value of A, B, C, D. That is nothing but the matrix X, which is similar to the miscellaneous X. Example, third one, miscellaneous example. Third one, you can go through that one. Suppose if you didn't get, you can ask one. I will solve this one. So this is our next question. They have given that A and B are some square the square matrix of some order. Okay, they are of some order with condition that AB is equal to BA, and we need to prove that AB power n is equal to B power n into A by mathematical induction. And further we need to prove this one also, AB whole power n is equal to A power n into B power n, both the by mathematical induction. This time they only mentioned that we need to prove this one by mathematical induction. So induction means first thing what we need to check for n is equal to 1. For first one I am showing, when n is equal to 1, what does LHS become? AB power 1 is equal to B power 1 into A. This implies AB is equal to BA, which is the given. So the result is true for n is equal to 1. Next is we need to make a induction assumption. What is that induction assumption? That is true for n is equal to k. That time our LHS become AB power k is equal to B power k into A. I will call this one as star. Now we need to prove that the result is true for n is equal to k plus 1. That is nothing but A B to the power k plus 1 is equal to B k plus 1 into A. This is what we need to prove. We need to prove this one. Now I will consider LHS. That is what? AB to the power k plus 1. I can write it as AB to the power k into B. Okay, I can write AB to the power k into B. By induction assumption, we know that AB to the power k is equal to what? B to the power k into A into B. And by given that what? AB is equal, this is from star, and we know that AB is equal to BA, therefore this becomes B to the power k into B into A. This is from given. So what does this becomes? B to the power k into B becomes B to the power k plus 1 into A. So this is what we need to prove, that is A B to the power k plus 1 is equal to B to the power k plus 1 into A. So the result is true for n is equal to k plus 1. Hence by mathematical induction we have proved that the result is true for all n which is belonging to set of natural numbers. Now the second one is we need to show that AB power n is equal to A power n into B power n. Again by induction method. First let us check for n is equal to 1. LHS become AB power 1 is equal to A power 1 into B power 1. This implies AB is equal to AB. Therefore the result is true for n is equal to 1. Now we shall make an induction assumption that the result is true for n is equal to k. Then it becomes AB power k is equal to A power k into B power k. Let us call this one as star prime. Now we need to prove that the result is true for, it is true for n is equal to k plus 1. That is nothing but AB to the power k plus 1 is equal to A to the power k plus 1 into B to the power k plus 1. This is what we need to prove. Now let us consider the LHS, that is AB to the power k plus 1. I can write it as AB to the power k into AB. AB to the power k by the star prime I can write it as A to the power k into B to the power k into AB. by the given we know that a to the power k bk ab is equal to ba. Now by grouping this one, this becomes a to the power k b to the power k plus 1 into a. Since we know that in the multiplication of a matrix it is associative, that is ab into c is equal to abc. I can write this one as a to the power k a into b to the power k plus 1. This becomes a to the power k plus 1 into b to the power k plus 1, which is nothing but our RHS. Therefore the result is true for n is equal to k plus 1. Then by mathematical induction we have proved that the result is true for all n which is belonging to set of natural numbers. So this is our next question, 13th one. They have given the matrix A such that A square is equal to I, and they have given us the 4 options. So before looking into these 4 options, they have given some condition, right? Let us compute for this condition and then we can go with the which option that is going to be satisfied. So this is what they have given. A square is equal to I. First let us, I have taken this one is also A square is equal to I, the given condition. After matrix multiplication we are going to get this one. So here alpha beta alpha gamma get cancelled. So the thing is what we are going to get, alpha square minus beta gamma, alpha square minus beta gamma 0 0. Here also alpha square, not minus, plus alpha square plus beta gamma, this one is also equal to 1 0 0 1. So it is clear that alpha square plus beta gamma is equal to 1. So that is nothing but 1 minus alpha square minus beta gamma is equal to 0. So that is satisfying this condition. Now we are having this one. Check which option we are having. 1 minus alpha square minus beta gamma is equal to 0. So option C is the correct one. So the next is, if matrix A is both symmetric and skew symmetric matrix, then which among these condition? So a matrix A is symmetric means, it is symmetric means what is the condition? A is equal to A prime. Skew symmetric means, if A is a skew symmetric matrix means A is equal, A prime is equal to minus A. So they are saying that the matrix A is both symmetric and skew symmetric. Therefore see here, A dash it is equal to A as well as A dash is equal to minus A. Since LHS are equal, A is equal to minus A. This implies A plus A is equal to 0. So what does that implies? A plus A is equal to 0 means matrix A to A it is equal to 0 matrix. So what is the option? A matrix A must be equal to what? 0 matrix. So it is option B. The next is, if A is a square matrix such that A square is equal to A and 1 plus A whole cube minus 7A, this one is equal to. So they have said that A square is equal to A. Now first expand what is I plus A whole cube minus 7A square, right? So it is in the form of A plus B whole cube. What does the identity says? A cube plus B cube plus 3A square B plus 3A B square, right? So let us expand that one, that is I cube plus A cube plus 3A square I plus 3A I square minus 7A square, that is this one I have carried out here. And what is the given thing? That is A square is equal to A. Let us go with that. I cube is nothing but I itself. A cube it can be written as A square into A. A square is equal to A, so I write it as 3A I plus 3A I square is nothing but I itself, 7A square minus 7A. I is multiplied to any matrix means that becomes 3A itself. So 3A minus 7A plus A square is nothing but A, because it is here, A into A plus I. So I plus A square, it is A into A is again A square. 3A plus 3A 6A minus 7A becomes minus A. A square is nothing but what? A minus A, this get cancels, is equal to I. Therefore what? I plus a whole cube minus 7a, it is equal to I, option C. So this is regarding all the miscellaneous exercise which I have done it by this one. So if you didn't get any of the question regarding the solution or how I have solved, you can ask me at any time. This is regarding the miscellaneous exercise. Thank you.